Daily question for you. Outside of this house, where are you most peaceful?
On a lake.
Any lake? Anything like on any craft?
Well, okay. I would say on a speedboat on a lake.
Okay.
Where the boat isn't moving.
Okay.
So we're just like anchored or idling or floating down a lake that has a current in it and just sitting in the sun or floating in the water attached to the boat.
Okay. Like you're saying you can be in the boat or you can be off of the boat in the water just floating.
Yes.
But both of those would count as peaceful places for you.
Yeah. And it would definitely need to be on a lake that, you know, isn't in Louisiana and has alligators and isn't in the mountains and is freezing cold. I'm thinking like in Arizona or a Utah lake.
Okay.
Something like that.
Have you been to many lakes in Arizona?
Yeah. Lake Powell's in Arizona.
Oh, is it?
It's half in Arizona, half in Utah.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I don't know which side I was on. Probably Utah, given my reaction to it being in Arizona too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. What about you?
I think in a hammock in the mountains. That would probably be it.
Yeah. I could have said that
well,
for
I
you.
could have said it for you too, but it's like one step advanced to, are you a mountains or oceans person? Right.
Given that choice, I'd be a mountains person.
Yeah, I would too. But it's such a basic question.
I am a water person, but not salt water. I'm definitely a lake or freshwater gal. It's more of like there are scary things in salt water and I will die. So
it's just, you'll die.
Jellyfish, sharks.
A jellyfish is going to kill you?
Yes. Because I'm just going to get stung so many times. I don't know. I don't want to be stung by a jellyfish.
I remember as a kid, I went to a camp in, I don't know, it could have been like Kansas or something, or I don't know, Michigan maybe. But
These are two very different places.
They are. But I was 7. I had no idea where I was. They taught us about water moccasins because I guess they were present in the lake at times.
No, thank you.
And it, to this day, still freaks me out. Any stick I see in the water, it's obviously a water moccasin and I'm going to die.
Yeah, I have seen a snake swimming.
Yeah.
And it is creepy. Snakes are of the devil.
Least favorite creature.
100%.
Yeah.
If I had to choose between spiders and snakes, I would choose spiders.
Yeah.
It's so easy for me to squish them. Snake, absolutely terrifying.
Although all spiders have some sort of venom, whereas not all snakes do.
Yeah, but they're so small and I'm so big.
They could still kill you.
Great. I don't know how to answer that or respond to that.
So today we're talking about outdoors life and trying to figure out, like, I think the premise for the episode in my mind is asking ourselves the question of, are we taking advantage of living in Colorado Springs? Because as I was reflecting on it, it started off as Colorado, but there's a big difference between Denver and Pueblo and Callahan, right? Like those are 3 very different places and you don't actually have access to the same stuff. And so I think for me, it would be like Springs, Aspen, Vail, the mountain town, Steamboat, all of those areas. Are we taking advantage of being included in the list of those mountain towns?
I mean, I wouldn't consider us a mountain town.
Yeah. Although one of my new favorite ways to name Colorado Springs is the foothills of the Lonely Mountain. Because I guess that's another name for Pikes Peak since it stands apart from other mountains in the Rocky Mountains.
Other 14ers.
Is it just the 14ers? Okay.
Yeah. So most 14ers are in bunches or groups and Pikes Peak is a loner.
See, learned something. But I like the term Lonely Mountain. That
it sounds very Lord of the Rings.
It does.
Language. That's cool.
Yeah. So we're parents now, which I think changes things. But let's like zoom back to college to see where it all started and maybe we've improved. So in college, what do you think is the most you took advantage of being in our locale?
I want to say my sophomore or junior year of college, I had an epic ski pass and would go skiing most every weekend with two of my guy friends. And that was the most Colorado I've ever felt.
Yeah, that's fair. That's super fair.
To go like every weekend was nuts, because when I was growing up, you know, we'd go maybe once or twice a season, if that.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up in New Mexico where you were skiing on ice, if that.
Mm-hmm.
So skiing on the powder in Colorado was lovely.
What was your favorite slope?
Well, we skied Breckenridge most of the time.
Okay. Is it closer? Or?
No, the pass that I had was actually a summit pass, and it only went to Arapahoe Basin, or A Basin for the locals, Breckenridge and Copper. And we just, honestly, Breckenridge was the best option. It was the biggest mountain, had the most available slopes. Copper's super steep and A Basin's super small.
Yeah.
The only thing that we did that was super exciting is that we went night skiing at Copper, which was super cool.
Did they have lights on the slopes, or was it all flashlights?
Yeah. No. Oh my gosh. I can't imagine people running around or skiing around with flashlights.
Sounds fun to me.
No, like think baseball stadium lights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you could see it. But what was cool, and I mean, it totally gamified the whole experience, but I appreciated it. The pass itself had an app tracker where it would track the runs that you did, the miles that you did, all of that stuff. Cool. And you would earn badges. And so one of the badges was to do more than one mountain
in a day.
Yep. So we did Breckenridge and Copper in a day, and that felt really cool to get that badge. And I don't know, it was just like, I felt like a Girl Scout, for lack of a better
Girl Scout.
I don't know, that's the only thing I can think of that gets badges, but probably a lot of video games do.
Sure. Yeah, the gamification.
Yeah. So that was the most Colorado thing that I can think of.
Yeah.
What about you in college?
In college, I mean, college is such a long period of time in my life too, so it's a little unfair. I think in college, I don't think I took advantage of being in Colorado. I think there were occasional things that we would do that were Colorado-esque, like hiking up Pulpit Rock, right? Like it was nothing interesting. I was a little bit more active in high school than I was in college. Like high school, I would say the most Colorado thing that I did was there were several, probably more. I probably skied more than I did this, but it's a close number. We would go whitewater rafting.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I remember one time it was for something at Focus on the Family, their Breakaway magazine back in the day for teen boys, which didn't survive, though Brio for teen girls did. We had a retreat with Breakaway that I got to go on with Dad, and we whitewater rafted down a couple miles and then pulled the rafts out, hiked up this little ridge, and then camped overnight.
That's cool.
And then we would finish out the trip the next day. And that was super fun.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was definitely a highlight. It was a good one. And we did, I don't know why we did it so many times. I have several distinct memories of whitewater rafting, primarily with my dad. Maybe my dad had a thing for it at the time. I don't know.
I've only gone once, and it was like last year.
Oh.
With work.
Yeah, and it wasn't even good water, was it?
No, it was amazing.
Oh, was it?
I loved it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was so good. I had a lot of fun. Well, okay, so maybe what we need to do, like we do in a lot of our episodes, is define what it means to be from Colorado Springs, or like what's a stereotype of living here.
Yep.
And so maybe we can even like rapid fire that.
Well, we asked this at our party the other night, and one of them was chacos with pants. Like,
Yep.
Even in a
yes,
normal
in Colorado Springs, we wear pants. Yeah.
Yeah, we do wear pants in Colorado. It's a weird thing. But like,
it can also be shorts.
The idea of like wearing jeans to church, but you also have chacos.
Chacos, yeah,
like,
for sure.
It's not just the chacos. It's that you're always wearing the chacos, even when it's not really appropriate.
Well, okay. I know I'm already stepping outside of what I just established, but I feel like I am like 80% of the way there because I've never really bought into chacos, but I wear tivas.
Or tevas.
Yeah.
Which is what they're actually called.
Yeah, but the owner is like, call it what you want. So I'm going to stick with tivas.
You're going to take that permission.
I am going to take that permission. But even just like any of the brands that maybe you would see, like Patagonia or the North Face, any of that stuff, anything that I have that is that brand is for sure thrifted or a hand-me-down. Like I've never bought anything 100%. Brand new. So that's why I think I'm like 80%. Okay, but anyways, back to what we were saying. Rapid fire. Subarus.
Oh. Like a hatchback with the ski rack on top. Do I get extra points for using the term hatchback?
Do you know what you mean by saying hatchback?
It's not necessarily a SUV. It's lower to the ground.
Ooh,
and it's more like a car.
Yeah. Good job.
Thanks.
Proud of you.
I feel like I lost points having to prove to you that I knew what I meant.
I mean, that's a good point, though, that like you said, a hatchback with a rack. I would just say a rack. So it can be a bike rack.
Sure.
Can be a ski rack.
Yep.
Like any kind of rack.
Yep. I think for me, and this is definitely the hipster coming out, because I notice it more when somebody's carrying around a water bottle, but it's not the most popular water bottle right now, right? Like it's a season late or a season early, though we may not know that, right? So
or we're just like less judgmental. Like if you're still carrying around a Nalgene, like go off.
When I think, I don't know how it is in other states, but I feel like you still get appropriate respect carrying around a gallon of water, like in a milk jug. Like that's as respectable, if not more, than walking around with a Stanley.
For sure.
And so I think that would be, and it should have stickers.
Yeah.
Right. Like you can't have it plain.
Not a Nalgene.
Not a Nalgene, but I think even other water bottles.
I mean, a Stanley you don't put stickers on.
Which is also why I don't like them.
And I think like Awalas, you can do what you want.
Yeah.
I have like 2 stickers on my Awala, and
I just took 2 Nalgenes from work that they were handing out specifically so that I could put all of the stickers that have no place for other than a water bottle. So now I have 2 very stickered water bottles.
I even chose a whole bunch of stickers, and I was like, I'm going to put these on my water bottle. And then I was like, I just really like the clean look. So I don't know. Okay, let me think of another thing that's like very Colorado Springs-esque. You would see stuff branded, whether it's on their water bottle, on their car, or somewhere else, but they're for sure going to have like a Loyal Coffee sticker or like In-N-Out. They would probably have that in Colorado Springs. I mean, I know that's like more of a California thing, but we have them here in the Springs too. So I'm trying to think of like Dutch Bros probably.
Yeah, maybe. Like, stickers. We have a lot of.
Well, I was just trying to think of specific brands that people in Colorado Springs would have. And then, like I mentioned in my 80% thing, they'd probably have some merch. Oh, no, here's what they have.
I'm excited for this one now.
They would have a Melanzana sweater or sweatshirt. That's the place that...
Oh, is that the custom one?
You have it's custom made, and you have to schedule an appointment, and it's like 3 or 4 hours away from here.
I think we've left Springs and moved into Vail and Aspen.
But what I'm saying, like, I have friends in the Springs that have that.
Jeez.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we're just labeling, like, what does it mean to be a mountain person more so than the Springs? Like, because your original overarching question was, are we living our best life?
Coloradans?
Yeah, are we good Coloradans? And I mean, you don't have to have those things to be a good Coloradan. Right. It's just like we're essentially painting a stereotype here. But I think when it comes down to that question of, are we good Coloradans? I think we're getting there. I think we could do a lot more. Like, you've been going on a ton of hikes with the kids this summer, and I think that's awesome. And I've only gotten to go on like a handful of them, because a lot of times you go when I'm at work, which I also think is crazy that you aren't taking the kids alone on a hike, because I just would never do that. But
wouldn't take him where it went today.
Yeah, seriously. No, thanks. But I mean, like, we just got back from a trip from Fraser, and we went paddleboarding and we went on a hike, and Last summer we went to Crested Butte and saw the wildflowers and did a paddleboarding hiking trip there. And we talked about this winter taking our kids to learn how to ski.
Yep.
And I already feel a little bit like a slacker because I for sure learned how to ski at 3 years old, which is what our son is now. But to also be fair, I was the baby. So they were like already all going and they were like, okay, sign you up because the rest of us want to go. So I think it does make a difference.
I think when we talked about it the other night about what is a good Coloradan, I think I came to my conclusion, which is in this very specific definition of good Coloradan, that is engaging with the outdoors, taking advantage of the fact that I'm 30 minutes from a mountain.
Yeah.
And 30 minutes away from being in a place where
there are waterfalls.
There's probably no human being within 2 miles of me.
Yeah. And we're like only an hour. I mean, it's anywhere between an hour and 3 hours from like fully surrounded by mountains.
Right.
Yeah.
I could get to the top of Pikes Peak in the car in, I think, an hour and 30 minutes.
Wow.
Like to be like drive to the peak.
Ooh, side note, just because it's popped into my head. You know what I have no desire to do?
Ever go to Pikes Peak Park because they charge too much and it's all a scam and the rangers suck?
No, I have no desire to climb a 14er.
Really?
Yeah, to like wake up at 2 a.m. and climb a mountain all day and then maybe camp on the mountain and like get interrupted by snow in the middle of summer. Not for me.
Have you ever done it?
No. I've just heard, like, I have one friend who's done almost all of the 14ers in Colorado, and it just never sounds interesting to me.
Huh. Well, I don't know if I have a desire to do it strong enough to convince you that you want to do it with me.
We have yet, I think we need to take baby steps. We still need to even just like tent camp together.
Yeah, that's true.
So we cannot climb a mountain.
I'm going to be hammock camping. You're going to be in a tent with the kids and I'm going to be in a hammock, and it'll be doubly nice because I'm not in the tent with the kids.
That's not fair. Don't sign me up for that. I don't want to do that.
Anyways, I think my conclusion to the question of good Coloradan with all of the advantage of the terrain is I think you're a good Coloradan if you take advantage of all of that all year round.
Yeah. 100%.
Where I think about 3 years ago or so, with our daughter specifically, I was looking around at the beginning of summer and realizing that I had a summer with her and thinking like, man, I do not go out enough. I'm not hiking enough. I'm not going into the mountains. And so I took her on a prayer retreat and just fell in love with, wow, it's so close. And there's so many trails and what's this new app called? All Trails. And just really engaging, but a lot of my engagement has been solely to the summers, right? Like the kids and I have gone on 2 or 3 hikes a week this summer, but then when it gets cold, we're not going to go hiking. And I don't think it has to be the same activities.
Sure.
Right. But I think you have to be more creative in the winter on what activities you're doing. But I think that's the thing.
Well, especially with little kids.
Yeah. That's the thing that's holding me back from feeling like I'm a good Coloradan. Because I don't actually do stuff all year round.
See, I feel like I do, just maybe not as a whole family.
Okay. So what do you do in the winter?
Ski.
Okay.
And I've gone snowshoeing
But we're now in the past because you haven't gone snowshoeing, snowshoeing that one for a while, right?
Right. Yeah, it has been a while. I think it's been in our marriage though.
I think so. I vaguely remember you doing that with someone.
And I go sledding. I love sledding.
That's true.
And I had a friend that, it was both like hard to get used to, and I'm grateful for it now. She's studying to be a nurse practitioner.
Okay.
And she is a nurse, but she's like a huge germaphobe. And so even in the winter months, she refuses to be indoors with people because she just thinks it's like, I don't know, what's the phrase? Incubators? No, that's not it.
No, that works.
A petri dish of germs and stuff. And so she's like, if it's like above 40 degrees, we're going outside.
And doing what?
Playing on parks and stuff. So I would bundle the kids up and we would go to a park and play on the jungle gyms, and they'd have their little rosy cheeks and their gloves and hats and all the warm clothes and we would go to parks.
Dang.
I think maybe 40 was too low, 50.
Sure. With
40,
kids,
45 and up.
Sure.
Which for Colorado is pretty warm for a winter day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what's so crazy is that like, it's also, okay, just squirrel moment here. You know what I think is crazy is how temperatures feel different at different times of the year. So I can be like freezing and 60 degrees in the summer, but if it's 60 degrees in the winter, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so hot.
Yeah.
Like that just baffles me.
When we set our temperature to 68 in the winter and it feels really toasty and warm, and then you set the AC to 68 and it's like uncomfortably freezing everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is so bizarre. I'm trying to think of any other ways that, I don't know. I just feel like to be in Colorado, you have to be outside. And I don't think that my siblings get to experience that all year round because they live in Louisiana or in Texas and you just don't go outside in the summertime because it's so hot.
There aren't even sidewalks in a lot of places.
That's true. I know here you can't drive anywhere without seeing somebody outside.
Right.
Like people are walking, they're biking, they're, I don't know, doing whatever, but they are outside. And then in the South, you don't see anybody outside.
There's one guy in town. You are going to know who I'm talking about. Not that we know him. Although if you watch the show, I'd love to meet you. Really thin guy who wears the tiniest little shorts and has a beard that goes straight down to like his belly.
Oh my gosh.
And I think he's probably bald or something. But I see him doing this very stiff looking run everywhere around our area. It's like,
I thought you were talking about that guy on InterQuest who just waves at people. Like he's walking, but he waves.
oh, is he still alive?
I don't know.
He was an older guy. I remember him back in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I've seen that guy, but I don't know where I've seen the skinny beard guy. Or tiny shorts
you've
guy.
seen the guy who waved at everybody in the morning on his walks. He was like probably and this might be a good segue because I think the old man that I hope to be is one that is like consistently outside doing something, staying active. And that guy totally was, because I'm fairly positive it was just his morning routine that he would walk up and down that street and he'd just wave at people the entire time. And it got to the point where you recognized him and felt like you knew him. And if he wasn't there, you were like, did I miss it? Did he miss it? Is he okay?
Is he okay? Yeah. Just part of the routine. Yeah. I also just, another thing that you sparked my memory of somehow is in college, I went to a camping trip in 11 Mile where we were tent camping and I was also rock climbing, like on slab. Or I don't actually know what we were climbing on, but I was outdoor rock climbing.
Slab is just where you have a positive angle. Like,
okay, great. I don't know. But I was so scared that I just climbed very quickly. Okay. And my belayer had a really hard time keeping up with me, but I was like, I'm just going to keep going.
I know. I'm so excited to get to the point where I can start climbing with the kids again. Because with the daughter, I was climbing with her a lot. Yeah. And that's one, like, I can take them on a hike, both of them, but I can't set up climbing for them.
Not for both of them. Not until they can like sit and watch kind of thing. Yeah. I do think boating in Colorado is a little bit harder because there aren't a ton of good lakes. And if you find a lake, it's usually freezing.
And or crazy busy.
Yeah. And so I don't know that this is the best state for that, but I still love it.
So if you had your way on future activities, let's jump to our kids or middle school, high school. What sort of adventures are you hoping for then that may not be accessible right now?
At that point, we would own a boat. And we'd be going to lakes.
So we got like 10 years to buy a boat.
We're going to go to Granby. Okay. And we're going to spend our weekends on the lake.
Sweet.
And then maybe regularly hike and just like maybe have a map of Colorado and try to like go everywhere.
Sure.
And explore every town or bigger towns. I don't really care about small ones, but I want to go see Palisade and I want to go see Aspen. Like I haven't been there, and, you know, go see our family in Boulder and just like get up and go a lot easier and let them find Coloradan type activities that they want to do and then encourage that.
Yeah, like a sampler platter of Colorado.
Yeah, which could include if you want to go see a Rockies game, like I will go watch that with you.
Sure.
You don't have to come.
I won't.
I love baseball.
I didn't even think about that. There's probably a lot of people that have like strong loyalties to Colorado sports that.
Yeah. I mean, I'd go see Avalanche. I wouldn't see the Broncos, and I wouldn't really see the Switchbacks either. Soccer didn't really interest me. I've been like once. And then also, what is it? What are they even called now? Vibes. Yeah. They used to be called Sky Sox. So
I think they're still confusing. The Sky Sox because I think I heard somewhere that the Sky Sox came back.
What?
Yeah. I heard it like 2 months ago. I have to verify it. You should always verify anything that you see on the internet.
Breaking of the fourth wall. You should verify everything that you read on the internet, and you need to note your source.
That is true. Otherwise, I'm going to ask you.
He's going to ask your source. Where did you see that? And you'll be like, Instagram. And he's like, that's not good enough. That's what I do all the time.
Yes. Yep. I think for me, there's a couple different things that would probably have to happen over different seasons. I'm excited to get to a point where we have a family frothing competition. And
Frisbee golf, for those who don't know.
Those out of the loop. Where like I envision us keeping score over the summer on like a whiteboard in the house.
I'd be so much better at mini golf though. So if we could keep score that way.
I mean, we can do that soon. We can do that in the next year or two.
No, I like actually want to crush them when they're good. It's too easy to crush them now.
Okay.
I want to crush their spirits later in life.
We can talk about that. So I think frothing competition over the summer, I think just being able to climb with them is going to be great. Like having one of them belay me is going to be a huge milestone. That's going to be so much fun. I think I'm warming up to the idea of camping. So more than likely having like an actual camping trip.
What's so funny is I feel like we're going in opposite directions with the camping because you're like, I'm willing to tent camp. And I'm like, oh, but now I like glamping. And so now just moving away from each other.
I think the difference is we've spent probably a couple $1,000s over the past several years on our Airbnb mountain trips.
True. Yeah.
And that's going to turn into perhaps like a couple $1,000s of really good gear that makes camping feel like glamping. Because I'm realizing that one of the reasons I disliked camping as a kid was there were too many of us trying to do it. And it was always uncomfortable. It was just not fun for me, at least. But also, we never had like luxuries or comfort items or anything that made it feel fun and unique. It was always like pulling out these old sleeping bags that are probably rated for 60 degrees.
Yeah.
Right.
Not
and
Colorado.
We're not going to have any pads under us when we're sleeping. And we're going to all sleep in one tent, all 9 of us.
Golly. Yeah.
And we're just going to buy a really, really, really big tent for that. And so I think we'll probably meet somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Where it's like a mixture of tent camping that also feels like glamping. That's my thought.
We'll have to see, I guess. I also had you sparked another idea, but I wasn't going to interrupt you. I would love in the future to do with our kids, because I'm hoping that they'll lean into this. I want to specifically paddleboard or hammock and read. Like that's the adventure for the day. And I just envision that being like, hey, you want to go and spend 4 hours hammocking and reading? Yes, Mom, I would love that.
So excited for that.
Amazing. Let's go do that.
We're not too far though. I mean, we are pretty far from that. But yesterday I was planning on taking the kids out to an area that I've been hiking lately and setting up the hammock and letting them watch something on the tablet as we just lay there in the hammock. But I ruined our key, so we were stuck here until the locksmith showed up. And so I just walked them across the street to the park and set up the hammock. And we laid there watching Bluey mini episodes where they're like snuggled into each of my arms for probably 40 minutes where they were like giggling at the show. The son would look at me every once in a while and like make some comment of like, I love you, or I'm going to
You're
go
the best
stab
daddy
this
ever.
tree.
Yeah.
Varying levels of boyhood. And it was so sweet. And we did it for it felt so relaxing. And it was probably only 75 feet from the house.
Yeah. Yeah. So it doesn't have to be too much. I also I guess this doesn't really fit into it unless people elsewhere don't do this. I was going to say, okay, well, my first statement before the elsewhere people don't do this is I was like, I would love to do slip and slides.
Oh,
that's not really a Colorado thing.
Yeah.
That's just a summertime thing, but I think that sounds really fun. But the one thing that I think might be a Colorado thing that maybe other people don't do is ice blocking.
Did I ever tell you that our kids did that a few weeks ago?
No.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think there was some preschool or something or after school care, something at the big YMCA park in town. And they were ice blocking. And then we were walking towards our car and a few of those kids invited our kids to do it with them.
Cool.
And I have a few pictures I'll show you, but
that's cool.
They got to ice block for the first time.
Well, they've already beat me to it. So that's amazing.
Yep. And in the one place, I've never seen anybody ice block anywhere else.
Yeah. I've only
that one location.
Yeah. That's the only place I've ever seen it too.
And I never heard of it until I think middle school.
Yeah. It's where you get a big giant block of ice and you put a towel on it and you slide down a hill.
In the summer.
Yeah. On the ice.
Yeah.
It's like sledding for the summer.
Yep.
Yeah. Because, we'd have to keep sledding all year round.
Got to be active.
Yeah. For sure. I'm trying to think of anything else can you think of any indoor activities that are Coloradan? Because I feel like any indoor things you can do literally anywhere.
I mean, one of them is inviting people to a barbecue, but actually having a cookout. That's a really common one.
I was just going to say anything with like a fireplace. It's very Colorado.
Yeah, especially like a cabin style fireplace. Antlers above it or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I think that one feels way harder.
Yeah, it does.
To determine of like, what does a Coloradan do inside? Works out in their garage. That's probably so many places though.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not this one.
Yeah.
I feel like we've kind of been all over this episode.
Yeah.
I'm really curious about two stories from you.
Okay.
I want one story that feels like the most epic outdoors moment that you've had. You can go all of history, for like your history, not like before you were born. And then the time you were most scared.
Okay. Well, the most scared one that comes to mind is when I was in a boat and I saw a snake swimming. Oh. And I hid under where my dad's legs went, under the steering wheel.
Yeah.
And I was like, get me out of here.
That's awesome.
I was afraid it was going to come into the boat. So very scary. And then most epic. I don't know, when it comes to Colorado, honestly, that 11-mile trip feels the most epic because it was tent camping, cooked everything over the fire, went rock climbing. I would love to go back to 11 Mile. That'd be a really great place for us to go.
They have some good climbing there too.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
But I almost
water.
Something that I really love, one specific piece of camping, and this can even I get this when I go to mountain retreats or even Young Life camps.
Okay.
Is in the morning when it's cold but not freezing and you're just drinking coffee or something hot. It's just quiet.
It's hard to beat that feeling.
Yeah, but you can only do it in the mountains.
Flying across the evergreens.
Yeah, but I'm not going to step out on our porch and experience that same thing. It has to be in a mountain.
Yeah. There's got to be some dew that you can see in the distance.
Yeah, and evergreen trees where you can't see anything past that. Or
I think the truly scariest thing out in the outdoors was when I was doing a 14er with my dad, and there was a lightning snowstorm thing that happened, and we had to hide under a rock. And it was scary enough that we didn't actually finish the 14. We were probably an hour from the peak.
Dang.
We were not far.
That sucks.
And yeah, it's pretty wild.
I was going to say, we weren't really outside for most of it, but that one hailstorm our
the
car,
hailstorm of 2016.
Was it that summer?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, where our windshield was just cracking in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
That was pretty scary.
That was I thought that one was cool.
Yeah.
It felt like an adventure to me, an expensive adventure for sure.
Yeah, seriously.
And then most epic, I think I've gotten to see a lot of really epic views lately, so I'm not going to include that. I'm going to go with like an epic achievement.
Okay.
The very first time that I did the incline, and for anybody who doesn't know, the incline is essentially where you go 1,000 feet horizontally, but also 1,000 feet vertically.
You go a mile.
Is it a full mile?
Mm-hmm. So 5,280 feet.
You go 5,000 feet in distance horizontally, but also you're gaining an elevation of about 5,000 feet.
Yeah.
And it's intense. And it's just stairs.
It's all stairs. Yeah.
And this was the old incline. They recently redid it. And I guess
we
it's
haven't been
now.
since. It's probably way easier.
So it's more of an achievement, what I'm about to say. And my first time doing it, I got to the very top in 45 minutes.
That's amazing.
Which is quite the achievement.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the next time I did it was like an hour and 15 minutes. But we don't have to talk about that.
Were you with a slow person?
No, I think I was with a fast person the first time.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't know to pace myself. And so I just kept going hard. And then my competition kicked in and I wasn't willing to take as many breaks as everybody else.
I've only done it once and I did do it under an hour. I don't know if I beat your time. I want to say I was like 52 or something.
That's still super respectable.
Yeah. But the way that I did it is I just took a short pause after every 100 steps. Like I would count to 100. Like there are so many steps on the incline.
So many.
Yeah, that's in Manitou.
Yeah. Okay, so dinner conversation question. Do we have a name for that one?
Table conversation? Table talk? I don't know.
Table talk. I like that. That feels like we could brand that. Table talk.
I'm sure lots of people have used that.
Yeah, but we'll put sharing all the things table talk.
Okay, yeah, they probably don't have that first.
We'll do SAT, S-A-T-T, because that's how I called this show on our calendar. And then we'll just have the two T's go down.
S-A-T-T-T-T.
No, that's so
S-A-T to the fourth power.
Golly. Ruined it. It's ruined.
SAT table talk.
So for our SAT to the fourth power today, I think, honestly, I've had a lot of fun with people asking them about what they do outdoors and asking them detailed questions about like, how did you get into that? What's the thing that you like about it? Because I realize that for a lot of these activities, like froth is even a good example of this. It has a level of intimidation of how do I find a course? How do I get a hold of the Frisbees? Do I have to go spend $100 to get the Frisbees? And almost always when somebody's into something like that, they either are willing to share the gear.
Yeah.
Or they know where you can get the gear for cheap or to borrow it from somewhere else.
Yeah.
And they get excited sharing with you where the courses are and how to find them. And so it's almost like having this guide on, let me get you into this thing that I'm doing. And especially amongst, our social groups, it feels very much like a anti-gatekeeping engagement where, my siblings are like, hey, can we borrow the paddleboard? Of course. You're going to replace them if you break them. But yes, you can absolutely borrow them, right?
Yeah, but like, I don't know how to play pickleball. Will you teach me?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, come and do it. Here's some
Or, hey, I'm playing ultimate Frisbee. Come join me.
I feel like it makes the barrier of entry so low.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I think the SAT to the fourth power is just to ask people like, what's their thing, right? Like I would say my thing right now is probably hikes and prayer retreats in the hikes. And I would be so thrilled if somebody came to me and was like, Trevor, tell me how you do your prayer retreats when you go on hikes on Sunday morning. And I'd be like, let me tell you.
I feel like mine would just be like paddleboarding and reading. But I would tell them like, the items that you need to
Right.
have on your paddleboard or in order to inflate
So you
it
got like
easily.
a seal for your Kindle to keep it attached to your paddleboard.
I
and
have a car
waterproof.
pump,
Yep.
like all the different carabiners for
Things that you've
attaching
learned from
things.
experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever you do outside, I want to be there too, except around bears.
And 14ers.
I mean, if you're there, maybe.
Okay. Wow. That says
like
a lot
you
about your
enough.
love for me. Ditto, girl. And I will push myself to even do it if it's cold outside or if I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah,
or if I can't
I'm better
shower.
at the winter stuff.
Yes,
so
you are.
You can come
I'll
along
take
with
your
me.
lead
Great.
over the winter. Yep.
Amazing.